Welcome back to the Sandpond Saga. The Sandpond engine simulates different elements like sand, fire, and rock. One of the most important elements is water. Today, let's look at 9 different ways of making water, from the simplest to the strangest. Minimal water. The simplest way to make water is with 2 rules. The first rule makes it fall down. The second rule makes it move sideways in a random direction. In 3D, this works pretty well, but in 2D, it spreads out very slowly and doesn't look fluid enough. Let's look at some different ways of making the 2D water work better, starting with for water. Instead of picking one direction per event, let's make the water loop through all directions. This means that it always finds a space to move into, if there is one. It's a tiny bit faster, but we need to do more to speed it up. Let's try slide water. We add another rule to make the water slide down slopes. This speeds it up a tiny bit again. We could add even more rules for specific cases, like spreading 2 spaces instead of just 1, but we're going to need a totally different approach to get any quicker. How about direction water? Let's make every atom move either left or right. If an atom bumps into something, it turns around. The dark blue atoms move left, the light blue atoms move right. This means that the water spreads out slightly more efficiently because it wobbles around less. But the atoms do tend to bump into each other a bit too much, which gets it stuck. Let's fix that with slow water. These atoms need to be bumped multiple times before they decide to change direction. They're much more stubborn at sticking to their path. This means they don't get rattled around so much, making the water slightly smoother. Let's double down on this approach with transfer water. Let's make the atoms pass on their momentum to other nearby atoms. This helps to make the water move as a whole. But with all these approaches so far, we have the same problem. It's like it's too solid. It needs to squish in and out. Let's try to achieve that with compress water. Water atoms can squish together and push apart. Some bits end up more dense than others. This makes it move slightly more smoothly and creates a sort of curvy line on top. That line still doesn't move fast enough though. The atoms get in the way. What about line water? Let's ditch the atoms and instead, let's process the surface line of the water. Waves travel back and forth across it, eventually flattening any ripples. But the body of water underneath is all faked. It doesn't account for different volumes of water, and it falls forever. Let's fix that with volume water. Now there is a fixed number of water particles. The line moves down and disappears if there are no atoms underneath. This is a sort of combination of the atom and line versions, and I think it has some potential. It's definitely not perfect, and it still cheats sometimes, but I like it as a proof of concept. But what do you think? What's your favourite type of water? Maybe the pure atom only model? Maybe the fake surface line method? Or maybe the clean and classic approach? Whatever your answer, I hope you enjoyed discovering some new types of water. Thank you very much for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Congratulations, you have continued watching to the secret ending of the video, and you have now unlocked entry to the secret club of Froggy Heroes. For £1 a month, you can become one of 99 exclusive Froggy Heroes and earn a coveted spot on the Pond of Fame. But really, thank you to everyone who has joined already. It's absolutely amazing.